Across the world, poultry farming continues to stand out as one of the most reliable and profitable agribusiness ventures. From feeding families to fueling billion-dollar industries, poultry plays a vital role in food security and economic development. However, beyond the familiar chicken and eggs, another fascinating opportunity is rapidly taking flight: ornamental bird rearing.
My name is Joyce Kiara. I'm the CEO and the founder of Charis Farm. In our poultry section, we have the kienyeji improved, and we also have our ornamental birds. And in this area, we are focusing on production of eggs and also in agritourism, where even tourists and local farmers can come in our farm and do the farm tour promoting the agritourism. The kienyeji birds takes 6 months and then it starts laying. And we are able to monitor from day one. We vaccinate our birds and we also give them healthy feeds until it becomes to the production. And the production of eggs here is wow. So the poultry business is a profitable business. It all needs that a person to manage herself in this business and to know some tips that can help you to do a successful poultry farming. And that's why we have the asola, which is an aquatic plant that we are growing in the pods, which has a crude protein of 25%. And also we have the BSF, which is 100% protein. And we integrate with them and we make sure that we reduce the cost of production in our farm. Making it beautiful and also making it business, because it's all about business. You find that a farmer is saying that my chicken is eating a lot, I am not getting the profit. And now that is where we are coming with the smart farming.
Establishing a poultry farm begins with planning and preparation. First, choose a strategic location with access to clean water, good drainage, and proper ventilation. Birds are sensitive to extreme temperatures, so housing should protect them from heat, cold, and rain. Secondly, decide on the scale of operation, whether you want a small backyard unit or a medium-sized commercial farm. Indigenous poultry farming is becoming increasingly popular because native breeds are hardy, disease-resistant, and command higher prices in local markets. Each system has its own advantages, costs, and management practices, but all can be profitable when run professionally.
Yeah, for us, we brood using the local chicken or indigenous chicken. We give them eggs, so we do the natural way of incubation. Then from there, we lay our chickens with brooders, which are somehow economic because you cannot compare by using the electricity. And then from there, we use our own feeds. We have maize, we have azora, and then we have black soldier fly. Then from there, we get eggs. We focus on biosecurity in our farm, and we also focus on vaccination and everything when it comes to the health of every animal in our farm. Yeah. We also look at the construction of the house because there are factors that can make you lose all your birds. One, starting on how do you construct your cage. Remember, the poultry diseases are airborne. So which means if your house is direct to the weed, every time you'll be having challenges with diseases. So we advise the farmers and we also advise ourselves, like when you want to do the poultry farming, first look on the construction of your cages. You need to do it direct opposite the weed. Also ensure on biosecurity. In the farm, we have 3 securities. Security number 1 is the perimeter wall. Security number 2 is the biosecurity, where you can put your food and disinfect. Also, security number 3, if you can be able to put the CCTV to monitor your business and all that. If you are very far, we don't want to have telephone farmers and all that. That's what we have done in our farm. Then from there, look at your cages, how you have been able to do your cages. Does your chicken have the congestion? Where do they feed? How is the house, the floor? The factors that contribute maybe to have a fruitful business, that is a profitable business, or you lose your business. And that's why we do training for farmers and giving them those tips to have a successful farming.
When managed properly, poultry farming can grow from a small backyard project into a fully fledged commercial enterprise. Moreover, poultry products, especially eggs and chicken meat, remain among the most consumed proteins globally, ensuring a steady and growing demand. To succeed in poultry farming, however, a farmer must understand the science and business behind the birds, from housing and feeding to disease control and marketing. Common poultry diseases include Newcastle disease, coccidiosis, and fowlpox, all of which can cause significant losses if not controlled.
Yeah, the most dangerous diseases we have Malex, and that comes because you did not vaccinate your chicks on day one. We also have the fowlpox, and there are some diseases like respiratory diseases, and there are also other diseases that may be contributed by the condition that you are putting your birds. Yeah, you know, sometimes it depends with where you are sourcing your eggs. Are the eggs fertilized? Maybe they have overstayed. Also, you are incubating how, with what? So there is a lot of challenges, a lot of things that contribute towards that. And that's why I advise farmers, if it is not commercial farming, just use natural birds. But one thing, ensure that those eggs have not gone more than 5 or 7 days since it was laid. Number two, confirm that the eggs are fertilized. Because even if we put 1,000 eggs and you're not sure that the eggs are fertilized, you're not going to get anything. Yeah, those are serious factors that every farmer should consider.
You can purchase commercial feeds or mix your own ration, provided it meets the recommended nutrient composition. For example, chicks need starter mash, growers need grower mash, and layers require layer mash, with added calcium to strengthen eggshells.
First of all, is just to understand how much, the quantity that the chicken eats. Because you find a person giving brrr. The other person says that the cuckoo is eating there outside. Even water, I've been having challenges with farmers. They're saying that chicken takes water there outside. Where? So it all depends with you and how you keep your birds. One, chicken eats 120 to 150 grams every day. So if you overfeed that chicken, you are going down deeper your pocket. You have to understand that. Then you understand.
So are you going to measure that
quantity? Yes, you need to measure. If you have 10 chickens, then you're going to give them 1.5 kilos. But you find a person is not doing the hesabu. So that is very, very important in poultry farming. And also giving them clean water.
Always provide clean, fresh water. Birds can survive a day without food, but not without water. Good feeding practices not only boost productivity, but also improve disease resistance and reduce mortality rates. Poultry farming success depends heavily on disease prevention.
Yeah. You have to consider and being consistent. It's like if you give them around 11, you need to stick with 11. But for your chicken to lay early, you need to feed them early.
Early in the morning.
Yes. And another thing, for your chicken also to lay, you need to expose them to sunlight or to light. There is a connection between egg formation and light.
Wow.
So you find a person have done a house and the roof is all over, and then he's saying, or she's saying, my chicken are not laying. There's a connection between egg and light. When your chicken are exposed to light, they produce a lot of eggs. For water, we need to give our poultry clean water, and we also clean the water containers every day to ensure that they are also healthy.
Design poultry housing with enough space per bird to prevent stress and overcrowding. The ideal space depends on the breed and age, but as a rule, each bird needs enough room to move freely. Moreover, always invest in biosecurity measures, footbaths, disinfectants, and restricted access areas to reduce the risk of disease outbreaks.
When you are stocking your stock, you need to consider one thing, that the size of the age of the chick, and separate them from each other, because also the feeding is not the same. There is starter, there is grower, there is finisher. So if you mix all of them, meaning some of them, they will not feed what they are supposed to feed. Also they fight, they can kill one another. So you ensure that you put your chicken in different cages depending on the different ages and sizes. Actually, manure and waste from the kitchen is very good. We do the compost manure and then we take it back to our garden. And it is very good for even doing mushroom. The chicken manure is the best manure to do mushroom. From the chicken coop, we remove manure every day, because we swipe the house every day to make it tidy and also to eliminate the mites and all that. So we ensure that we swipe every day.
Ensure your farm layout allows for easy cleaning, feeding, and egg collection to enhance efficiency. Nutrition is the backbone of profitable poultry farming. Birds require a balanced diet rich in proteins, vitamins, minerals, and energy to grow fast and produce high-quality eggs or meat. To protect your flock, always vaccinate birds on schedule and maintain strict hygiene. Disinfect houses regularly and remove dead birds immediately to prevent the spread of infections. Furthermore, isolate sick birds and consult a qualified veterinarian for diagnosis and treatment.
Yeah, it is very important to vaccinate the chick, because if you miss the vaccination, now you welcome the disease. Because the reason why we do vaccination is to prevent. So if a person misses maybe one vaccine, maybe Malek or Gubolo, you find that your birds will be affected or attacked and it will be a loss to you. Sure. Because when they are affected, you cannot recover them, all of them. Wow. You must have a quarantine where you can separate now the sick birds from the rest, and then you think on how you can prevent those ones who are not sick, and then you treat the sick.
Once your birds mature, it's time to turn production into profit. Start by identifying reliable buyers early, including hotels, restaurants, egg distributors, butcheries, and local markets. And because demand for poultry products continues to rise globally, farmers who plan well can expect steady income and long-term sustainability.
Oh, the market is very wide, because people love chicken, they love eggs. Even we cannot sustain the market. And nowadays we are doing organic chicken farming, where you can treat your chickens with aloe vera, garlic, cinnamon, and all that, making even the meat sweeter and boosting their immunity to be disease resistant.
While poultry farming focuses on food production, ornamental bird rearing taps into the luxury and leisure market. Ornamental birds such as peacocks, parrots, pigeons, doves, finches, and exotic ducks are raised for their beauty, unique colors, and pleasant sounds. In recent years, these birds have gained popularity in resorts, gardens, zoos, and private homes. They add elegance and prestige to any space, making them a growing niche in agribusiness.
Yeah, we also have the ornamental birds in the farm, and we have different types of them from different countries. We have the peacock, the Indian blue peacock, all the way from India. We have the ayamsman, which is the black meat chicken from Indonesia. We have kuchi, all the way from India. And then we have the Brahima chicken, all the way from United States. We also have the Polish bantam, all the way from Holland. And we have the silk bantam, all the way from Asia. These are different birds from different countries, which are very expensive birds. And when we layer these birds, we practice the agrotourism, because many people like to see birds, and when they come to see birds, they also give us something. So it's a kind of an enterprise that everybody would wish to have, because It's something that attracts your eye and also gives you a therapy.
Unlike regular poultry, ornamental birds are not primarily for meat or eggs. Instead, they are sold for aesthetic value, breeding, and exhibitions. This makes them both fascinating and profitable for entrepreneurs with a love for nature and birds. Setting up an ornamental bird venture requires research, patience, and passion. The global trade in ornamental birds continues to grow as more people embrace them for decoration, companionship, and conservation. Entrepreneurs can earn income by selling, breeding pairs, chicks and eggs, decorative feathers, and even offering aviary design and maintenance services. Moreover, bird exhibitions and pet shows provide platforms to network, showcase breeds, and attract buyers locally and internationally. This emerging market offers endless potential for creative agripreneurs who combine business skills with a love for wildlife.
Charis Farm is an agricultural demonstration farm located in Naivasha, Biashara Ward, and basically in Nakuru County, the only model farm we have in Nakuru region. And in our farm today, we have the layering of ornamental birds, we have the dairy goats, we have the giant rabbits, we also have the giant pig, that is large white. We have the kitchen gardening technologies, where we have more than 13 kitchen gardening technologies, depending with the size of your space and also the size of your pocket. We also have the BSF and Azolla. We are practicing them as alternative sources of proteins in our farm. And we have aquaculture, where we are doing raised pods at a greenhouse. We have the tilapia and also the catfish. We also have the dopa, and we have some cows. We also have an Airbnb in the farm, a serene area where our guests are woken by the voices of the birds. We also have a training facility capacity of 200 people, where we do our trainings and meetings for our people in Nakuru County and beyond.
Poultry farming involves raising domesticated birds such as chickens, ducks, geese, and turkeys for meat, eggs, or both. In most developing economies, poultry is often the entry point into agribusiness because it requires manageable capital, limited space, and offers quick returns.
Yeah, for everybody who is watching us there, I would like to encourage you to do the poultry farming and also know the tips that can make you a successful poultry farmer. Take some trainings, take a step to understand the alternative ways of doing the poultry farming in your place. And also, it's one of the unique farming we have in Kenya, because people eat eggs every day. So let's embrace poultry farming and take poultry farming to another level.
Success depends on knowledge, consistency, and care. At Imagine Business, we believe agribusiness can change lives one bird at a time. So take that first step, learn the craft, plan your operations, and invest wisely. Because with passion and good management, your next profitable business could be taking flight quite literally. Thank you for watching Imagine Business. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video for more inspiring agribusiness stories and strategies. Together, we grow ideas and build a better tomorrow. This is Imagine Business.